There were giants in the earth. These giants, Nephilim, were not the product of mixed marriages, as some have suggested. There is a reason to believe that this Hebrew word may come from the root Naphal or Naphal, as that the Nephilim were violent ones or terrorists rather than physical giants. The antediluvians generally possessed great physical and mental strength. These individuals, renowned for wisdom and skill, persistently devoted their intellectual and physical powers to the gratification of their own pride and passions and to the oppression of their fellow men. That is in Patriarchs and Prophets 80. From 80 to page 90, you will find it there. The wickedness of man was great. Human language could hardly provide a more forceful picture of human depravity. There was no more good left in man. He was rotten to the core. Christ said, out of their heart proceed evil thoughts, and observed that they in turn produce murders, adulteries, fornication, thefts, false witness, blasphemies, as in Matthew 15:19. Here we find evil supreme in the heart, in the imaginations and thoughts, and in the actions. With very few exceptions, there was nothing but evil, not temporarily but always, not in the case of few individuals but in society as a whole. This came about because men were willingly ignorant of God's word. 2 Peter 3 verse 5. So I will destroy man. The Hebrew expression here translated I will destroy means literally I will wipe off or blot out or erase. See Exodus 32 to 33, Isaiah 43 and verse 25. Its use in this passage describing the extinction of human race in general by a devastating flood is most appropriate. But Noah was a just man. Sisaqhubeka siqhaqhala vesi sifuna uva le meaning yayo so that sizokwazi uba ithini for thina. How should we then reposition ourselves for the end? Noah was a just man. To live an exemplary life in Noah's time required men who could stand fearlessly and steadfastly against evil inducement, subtle temptations, and vile mockery. He was no weakling, void of judgment or willpower. He was a man strong of conviction, straight in thinking and action. The second attribute points to Noah as being blameless in his generation. This does not mean that he lived in a state of sinlessness, but rather in moral integrity. It refers not only to Noah's lifetime or piety, but also to the constancy of his religion amid the miasma of iniquity in which he lived. To be sure, he was of pure descent, and in that respect also distinct from the contemporaries, many of whom were the offspring of promiscuous marriages between the godly and the ungodly. The earth was also corrupt. The sinful condition of antediluvian man is represented as corrupting the whole earth. Elsewhere, the term corruption is applied in idolatry, the sin of perverting and depraving the worship of God. They practiced evil publicly, flagrantly, as the expression before God implies. God looked upon the earth. This invitation reveals that there no longer existed a distinction between the God-defying Cainites and God-fearing Sethites. With very few exceptions, all flesh was corrupt. When the earth was repeopled, The Lord trusted his wisdom more sparingly to men, giving them only the ability they would need in carrying out his great plan. Some believed, some backslid. For 120 years, Noah proclaimed the message of warning to the antediluvian world, but only a few repented. Some of the carpenters he employed in building the ark believed the message but died before the flood. Others of Noah's converts backslid. Many of the believing ones kept the faith and died triumphant. Then association with unbelievers caused loss. Those who believed when Noah began to build the ark lost their faith through association with unbelievers who aroused all the old passions for amusement and display. That is Review and Herald, September 15, 1904. That's why, as in the days of Noah, there's nothing new under the sun. History repeats itself. So ngala ndlela ababe ngayo kwela xesha yindlela abantu abazawuba ngayo nalapha ekugqibeleni. And ukubuya kwakhe ayizube iyi-war. It will be business as usual. Abantu beqhubeka nobomi babo. But abona abantu abazawuyazi ngabazawube beprepharelele loo nto, beyibona naxa isiza uba iqalile ke ngoku i-countdown. So as he was faithful ukubanika i-120 years kwela xesha kaNoah uba izawufika nyani imvula emva kwe-120 years, ababi namsebenzi naloo nto. neGomora neSodom wabacengela uAbraham uba akusekho ne-50 kwathiwa yikho, bebezawusinda uba ibikhona i-50. Akusekho ne-10 le kwathiwa bebezawusindela i-10. Wathi emkhupha uLothi umkakhe, intliziyo yayishiyeke leko, washiyeke sesimo setyiwa kuba wayefuna ukuba phaa ebumnandini.